Hello and welcome to Triumph Women Beating the Odds, where we celebrate the milestones of women from different backgrounds. My name is Okello Sharon Nagenjwa, the girl from Oyam. In this week's episode, we shine a spotlight on an extraordinary woman whose entrepreneurial spirit has led her to create a vibrant clothing brand. Join us as we explore her inspiring journey of making a meaningful impact in her community through fashion. Rebecca Mirembe Kisakye is an award-winning, multifaceted fashion professional and the vision bearer of Sakye Becca Couture. As director and founder of Sakye Becca Couture and fashion brand, the instructor of Baroma Vocational Institute, she produces and promotes sustainable fashion practices, cultural preservations, and empowerment. Oh, hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
Such a huge CV on a young girl. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
How did this journey begin, Rebecca? Give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca Mirembe Kisakye, and I am the CEO of Sakye Becca Couture.
Okay.
Yes, I am also a queen. So the journey began from then when I contested for Miss Tourism Budu and I won. Then I went for Miss Tourism Buganda. I won Miss Personality and currently I am Miss Gorgeous International Uganda. So back while I was still young, what can I say, the dream was birthed in me, and I loved to model, I loved fashion, and it was always something that was inside me. So coming to this point where I'm having the opportunity to actually start out at this age of mine, I was like, this is the best thing.
And what age is that?
I am 25 years old.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So it was always there in me. I always wanted to be a fashion designer. I always wanted to. My biggest dream was to dress the top 7 presidents of the world.
Girl!
I'm telling you, yeah.
Girl!
That has always been my biggest dream because I feel like my brand has to be international.
Yes.
It has to be everywhere.
Yes.
It has to dress people, and it has to make people feel good, confident, like all those things in one outfit or in the outfits that they wear for my brand. Yeah, so it has always been there, and it's a really beautiful journey to do what you love.
Okay.
Yes.
So from setting off by getting involved in modeling and becoming a queen, and what made you now move to not just being a queen to now making the outfits?
Basically, I did not get an opportunity to study fashion.
Okay.
Yes, but because of the love I had for this, I used to be like, should I do or shouldn't I do? But this love kept on pushing me and telling me, you know what, Becky, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. So when I contested for Miss Tourism Budu and I won, and then I went to Uganda, then there was a time lag when I stopped. I was not into this, but then later on, a lady calls me. She's like, "Hi, Becky, I recognize you did a very creative outfit back then in 2022 when you contested. So why don't you come and do something for someone?" So it started actually last year, 1st May. That was the first. That is when I got my first client. And then I worked on them. She was the Miss Popularity Uganda Kingdom 2023. Yeah.
Wow. So if you did not study fashion, where did you learn this from?
It starts with you, but of course
I like
it starts,
that.
it starts with the perspective of you choosing you. Because the first thing I did was I had to choose me. There was a lot of pressure of you have to study this, study this, study this. You know how the African setting is. But because I chose me, I focused on me. I decided to build me, to, just be there for me. It gave me the guts, it gave me the confidence to actually start out. And I started with the YouTube. Then I started to make my own clothes, cutting and redoing like that. So when I realized that, okay, now I've not studied fashion, what am I going to do that is going to be unique, but also I felt like I needed to set my rules in fashion. So I was like, why don't I do? Actually, it's not that I even decided, but the opportunity came and I'm like, okay, let me do the creative wears. Creative wears, it's not like you're following rules. It's not like you have to do this, cut this, satin, blah, 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 like other fashion designers. I realize now that I do not have this experience. Why don't I set my rules?
Okay.
Why don't I do my things my way and have my uniqueness?
Yes.
So that is what really pushed me into this.
Where's the clientele for creative wear?
Basically, I deal with pageant kings and queens.
Yeah.
The Miss Tourism, Miss Uganda,
Yeah.
those ones. And then I also dress models. I dress those people that want to go for photo shoots. Yeah. And then some people that, you know, want to elevate their sense of style.
Yeah.
Want to, you know, something creative on their daily outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also work for them.
Okay. Wow. So now, what did you study?
I studied business administration at Uganda Christian University.
Oh, my OG.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I started with Cornerstone Junior School, that is primary. Then I went to Uganda Machas Namugongo. Then I went to St. Joseph's Namagunga. Then I went to UCU. Then now I'm doing my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you feel the pressure to try to do something to work in a field that you decided?
No, because even as I'm running my fashion brand, whatever I studied is actually helping me. Because when you're starting out something, you're the creative director, you're the marketing manager, the accountant, you're the videographer. So learning BBA really is helping me incorporate the business side into my fashion side to be able to balance up everything.
For many young people, employment is the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why wasn't that your goal?
Because I felt like I wanted to make a difference.
Okay.
Because I felt like being or working under someone is not going to get me to my full potential. Like, I'm not going to be able to unleash exactly what I want the world to see.
Yes.
I will not tell the story. But yes, I have worked somewhere.
Yes.
I've worked with Car Plus Uganda. I used to be their seamstress. I used to, you know, make car interiors, decorate inside of the car. Yeah, but for a few months, and I was like, no.
This is not for me. I need moolah.
Yeah. but actually, it's not that I needed the money.
Yeah.
No. It started with, I want to tell a story. I want to show people. I want to give women confidence. I want to give girls that are going for pageant confidence that, you know what, you want to slay your pageant, you want to win your pageant, Sakye Becca is here for you. So I want to give you the best outfits, because on the record, most of my outfits, they always win, and the people are always crowned as the main queen.
Okay.
Yes, so it has been a characteristic in all my outfits. So I wanted not just to live a life like, you know, any other child would do, any other girl, but I wanted to have an impact. I feel like there's so much more than just being a fashion designer enclosed in a house. I feel like my competitors are the Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana. I feel like I want to get to that level, and I'm making an impact. That is how big I want this thing to be.
I love this spirit. Girl, I love this spirit.
Thank you.
Yo, I want to pause there for a bit so we can take a breather. Girls.
Thank you.
It's so amazing seeing young girls do something for themselves. Like, just step out of that shell. Come on, do something. Wake up and do something. You know, don't let the talent just die, because at the end of the day, you will lose it and you'll be employed by somebody else who will use that particular talent. But how about you use it for yourself and then for your community? There's so much to do. And people keep asking, what do I do? How do I know I'm good at this? You know. Like I always say, look, remember that childhood dream. the inner child, that girl that wanted to do something, what did that girl want to do? Now, that thing that people kept calling you for, like, hey, please help us, come and sew this button for me, come and help me fix this, that thing that people always called you to fix, that is what you're good at. We'll be back after this break. So welcome back from that short break, and for those who've just joined us, I am here with Rebecca, who is telling her story. She is the proprietor of Sakye Couture. Yo, it's a clothing brand. It's young people doing something for themselves. Like, we keep showing different women who are doing different stuff. We have the elderly women, we have the younger people, and then we have even teenagers who are doing amazing things. Like, people are not sleeping. It is a good time to be a woman. It's a good time to be a girl. So if you are laying back and thinking everybody is doing the same, you are on your own. We are up and rolling. So Rebecca, now moving forward, what are you aiming for?
First and foremost, I am back at the workshop. We want to firstly expand, because we are having girls coming in and wanting to be trained at the workshop, not where I train, because I usually go to Baroma Vocational Institute and train the students there. But now people are saying they want to come to my fashion house. So I want to be able to share what I have with the rest of the girls, with the rest of the youths, and I'll give them the confidence. That's number one. The number two, firstly and foremost, the fact that we've been able to have garments go to Malaysia, have garments go to Dubai, and they're actually winning at international levels. We are looking forward to also building a network outside where we are able to connect to the people in those countries and have activities going on, like production, even that side. So we are looking at that, and then at the broader picture of it, we want to have a better place where we can have all these things done, but here in Uganda. Yes, so right now we are still in a small space, but we look forward to expanding and all that. We look forward to reaching out to all of you, the girls that are out there that actually want to step out, that actually want to start this thing. Yes, and then we want to also have a community outside where our things keep on moving now that we've already been to those spaces.
Where did the money you used to start come from?
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, so 2022 I kind of went in a mode of I can't get up. You know that place where you're too broken, like
where you're stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck. Your bottom line, and it felt like, now what next? It felt like, what next?
What do I do next?
Exactly. Yes. And at that moment, I was like, I had two routes before me. The route of sitting back and crying and all that.
Pity party route.
Exactly. Yes. And then the route of stand up and move, because along the way things are gonna fall into place. Yeah. So there were both. The easy part was to cry, and it's easy. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I think at this moment, actually at that moment when you're really at the bottom, is the rightful moment to actually see better, plan better, and forecast like things that are coming. So I took the path of let me go.
Yes.
Let me go. I didn't have support. Okay. I didn't have support, but I remember, how you have tough parents and it's like they want to support you, but they're not supporting you. Like they're there. And I'm like, God, what should I do? What should I do? So I walked out of the shell, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to wait for whoever is not willing to support me, or whoever is, not giving me the thing of go on. So I went and I left home, I'm telling you.
You left home?
Yeah.
Okay. At what age was that?
That was I was 22.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 22. I was already grown.
Yeah, you
yeah. So I was 22, and I was like, you know what? Let me go first. I was like, let me first find a job.
It's time to first be independent.
Yes. Yeah? Let me first find because at the end of the day, even the decisions I'm making right now depend on me.
Yes.
Yes. So I walked out, and then I'm like, you know what, mommy? I'm bringing back results. I'm going to make you proud, mommy. But allow me go seek for who I am. So I went and I'm like, okay, let me get a shop. That's when let me start working somewhere. That's when I got, I started to work at Kaplas, Uganda as a seamstress. I remember I was the only lady in the entire garage, and so I started to work, and 4 months down the road, while praying, because at the end of the day, God has been number one in everything. While praying and seeking for wisdom, I can't even say that the little money I got from there, because that's all I was. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I thank God, because while in the midst of I am moving, not sitting back, I am moving and I'm planning and I'm presenting my plans to him. Like, a client calls me and is like, hi Becky, we need a creative wear, the lady I told you about. And I'm like, okay, that first creative wear, the money I even asked for was like quarter of the money I needed to make a creative wear. To the extent that I didn't even keep anything for me, like nothing.
It was all there. It went with the dress.
Everything. But the client was happy. So the money did not come from I went and borrowed money. I went and I asked whoever to help me. No. The fact that I stepped out and started to move along the journey, a client came through. That was it was like the first capital.
What challenges have you met as a young woman in this?
Wow. Quite so many.
Okay.
First of all, number one is we always believe that a woman cannot be by herself. And I want to say no to that, because it's been a journey, and this is
a solo journey?
Not really, but a journey of I had to first accept, like, it begins with you. I always tell people it starts with you. Like, you have to first choose you, then people will come along. So one of the challenges I have faced is you make something for a client, and they are trying to compare you with the normal outfits, like the usual outfits, and they're like, but I feel like it's not neat enough. And I'm like, this is a creative wear. You don't expect it to not to have the rough edges and all that. That has been a challenge. And then the other challenge was buying machines. Like you had to have these good machines that do the things I do. You get, but I didn't have the money, and I'm like, what next for me? But I had to like keep in the environment to make sure that even if I've gotten like a 10K from a client, I would still work on them. Then the other challenges I got was some clients looked at me like, is that going to do for me?
You're too young.
Too young. Do you have any record of work that you've done? I'm like, no, but trust me, you will not regret. Basically, I want to say, you need to choose you, you need to love you, you need to focus on you, build you, empower you, because it starts with you. It starts with you alone. Yes. And then I also want to tell the parents out there, please, 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 you see something in your girl, you see something in her, support her. Because I want to say thank you to my mommy also, because when I showed her that I'm going to do this, she was like, okay, let's move. Let's move. And then I've been at the workshop also. I work with my siblings and my grandmother, because she's the one who goes to the gardens to look for the banana fibers and all that. So I want to say, please keep praying, because at the end of the day, above it all, God has all the solutions you need. I didn't study fashion, but here I am teaching fashion. And making beautiful garments that have gone far.
Wow. You see, life is not like a straight route. There are curves, and everyone in a lifetime will meet a curveball. But how do you maneuver? And remember that even in that ditch, there is a way out. In that tunnel, there is actually light. In that mud, there is a diamond. So what are you going to do with that mud that you're holding? search around and you will find the niche and you will find the diamond. And for the young women, look at what your fellow young girls are doing. I mean, Rebecca with a fashion brand, doing amazingly. She looked for a gap in whatever she was doing. She started with the modeling and then identified a gap. And in that gap, she found her niche. Until next time, my name is Okello Sharon Nagenjwa, the girl from Wayam. And of course, don't forget to follow us on our socials at Triumph Women UG and at Girl from Wayam. Cheers.